Yes.
So that's your right. That's your right, my left. It's our left now because you turned around.
Yeah.
What is that thing? I can't see it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I will in the
Oh, you got the one with the heavy font on it
That
too.
one.
All right, so on your right hand side, it's gonna tell you.
Chilling up in the kingdom, chilling with Yahweh Shai and all the brothers and the sisters, cooling out, having fun, drinking yayin with Yahweh Shai up in the kingdom, yeah.
Who are we? It's Ezra. Then who are we? I can't hear you.
Israel, Israel.
Who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's the power.
I said, who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's the power. Yeah.
Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. And these are who they are today. All right, so these 12 tribes over here, these are God's chosen people according to the Bible and according to history. Like, all of history knows that we're God's chosen people. Did you know that? Yeah, we're going to show you in the Bible. Somebody go to Deuteronomy, 7 and 6, right?
And real quick for everybody online, we got a new sister in class that we're just giving like a brief, just basics. So we just went live. So I mean, you already know all the announcements and all that good stuff. So you didn't really miss anything. All right, this is just basic who we are.
Who got that? Deuteronomy 7, verse 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
All right, so you hearing that? What did that mean to you?
Very little.
Huh?
Very little.
Okay, go ahead and read that again.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right, so what God is writing right here in this book is he said that he was talking to the nation of Israel, first of all. That's in Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. He says that these are the words that Moses spake to all Israel, right? So what he's telling Israel is that you are a holy people according to God, right? You're a holy people to him, meaning a special, set apart, cleansed people to God. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee.
And you're a chosen people. He chose you out of all the people on the earth. He chose you. Go ahead.
To be a special people.
To be what?
A special people.
To be slaves.
Special
To be
people.
to be conquered.
Special.
To be downtrodden and oppressed.
Special.
Nah, he chose you to be a special people. You understand? Go ahead.
Unto himself.
Right. To him. Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Yeah, see, he meant us to be above all people on the face of the earth, meaning we were supposed to rule this earth. And at one point, we did run this earth. Everybody had to come to us to find out what to do and how to live. All right? And if they didn't live according to how we lived, they had to live in their own nation and do their own thing. But they still had to answer to us because that was the way the world ran smoothly and the earth was clean. Now you see who runs the earth. How is it? Right, and it's because these people aren't running things anymore. So we were meant to be above all people that are on the face of the earth. This is here it is, page 188. It's a book called Lost Tribes and Promised Lands, and it's by Ronald Sanders. So this is another scholar that's writing and showing you, and this is what this is the history of the Native Americans when they were discovered by the Europeans. The Europeans already knew that the world wasn't like you weren't going to fall off the edge of the earth. They knew there was another part of the world, but they knew it because they read the Bible. Christopher Columbus, he was reading a book called Second Ezra, and he discovered that there's another part of the earth over here. Now, we were already here. Israelites were already here. These people on this side were already here. Now, watch this. And I'll let you even see this too, but it says Duran lived during a time when apocalyptic hopes flourished in some parts of the New World. But these were the hopes of a militant, even a sometimes unorthodox Catholicism. So basically, this was a militant form of religion, Catholicism. The Catholics, they believed in bringing on the apocalypse, the end times. They wanted to do that. Crazy, right? Now it says in Peru in the 1560s and 70s, a Dominican friar called Francisco de la Cruz had declared himself the Messiah of a New World Christianity, which had to fight a war to the death against the Indians, right, in order to bring on the final redemption, because they were the lost tribes of Israel. You heard that, right? So this is history backing up what we just read in the book, that you are one of the lost tribes of Israel. And what does that mean to God? What does that mean? What does that mean? What we just read right here.
I am a child of God.
There you go. And you're a chosen child of God. You're a special people to Him. Not just because of you feel like it. Like some people are trying to say, oh, well, we choose God, so He chose us. No, you're a chosen child of God by your origin. He made you chosen. You understand? Somebody get 2nd Ezra 6 in verse is it 46 or 56? I'll mix it up sometimes.
Which one? Drop. It's 6.
I think it's 656. What does it say?
2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people,
Right. Now, somebody's going to have to sit beside you with this one, because this is in the parts of the Bible they took out of the Bible. It's a book called 2nd Ezra.
That big apocrypha?
Look at the wall, right?
Help her with switch. She can't see the small print. Gotcha. Somebody else read.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 56.
So speaking of the book Christopher Columbus used to find the place, this is 2nd Esdras. All right, he's a prophet named Ezra in the regular Bible. All right, 2nd Esdras 6 verse 56 is going to tell you this. Read.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam,
Hold on, let her get it. Got it?
Yeah. I have to read it. Yeah, as he's reading. Okay.
Yeah, we just let you see it so you know we're not making nothing up. All right, go ahead.
2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people, which also came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle.
Right. So read up from there. Actually, started 51.
Verse 51. Unto Enoch thou gavest one part.
Go down. Let me get there with you.
It's 55.
55.
Yeah. Unless you want to talk about Adam.
Nah.
Yeah, go to 55.
Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the word for our sakes.
Right. So he's talking to these people, right? He's talking about these people. You made the world for our sake. So the whole world was made for us. It was made for all of us to live here. Just like the Native Americans used to tell the people when they would come over here, listen, all the land is ours. You know what I mean? It's for everybody. You don't need fences. We don't do that. We don't do that stuff. And then the white man came over and put fences up and said this is ours, right? But their original philosophy was it's all ours. You know what I mean? And they were right. Their original philosophy was absolutely right according to the scriptures that it is all ours. But it wasn't the Europeans. It wasn't for them. Go ahead.
As for the other people, which also came of Adam,
Right, so he made the world for Israel's sake. The other people that also come of Adam, go ahead.
thou hast said that they are nothing,
They are what?
nothing,
They're nothing. Go ahead.
but be like unto spittle.
They're like spit. Do you really think about your spit? When you get a little drool coming out of your mouth, do you think about it?
Yeah.
You do? But do you regard it? Do you care for it? No, you
Wipe it away.
You just wipe it away, right?
Get away.
Right. So that's how he thinks of all the other nations outside of these people. So he made the whole world for our sakes, and the other people he don't really care about. But in church they tell you he loves everybody, right? But remember we talked about the flood, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't love everybody. You got to do what he says, or else he'll kill you. He's been doing that. So the other people that also come at him, he said that they were nothing. Go ahead.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right. So he thinks of them as like if I had this full of water and a little drop fell out. Yeah, I still got this, right? So you're not gonna miss it. Was that it on that?
Okay.
All right. So this is how the God of the Bible thinks. That's why we're reading it straight out of the Bible, because we're not gonna tell you what religion tells you. We're not gonna invent a God and give him our attributes, how we feel. Because that's what happens when you go out there. They tell you, oh, God loves everybody. No, nobody loves everybody. Not even God. You see that? And he made us in his image. They tell you, oh, he accepts you as you are. No, he doesn't. He has a whole book of rules and how you're supposed to be in order to be acceptable to him. So he doesn't love everybody and he doesn't accept everybody. That's what humans want. We want to be accepted as we are because we don't want to change. You see that? So we try to make a God that fits us. Oh, my God loves everybody. If I'm gay, he loves me. If I'm on drugs, he loves me. If I kill people, he loves me. So we invent a God that caters to us and what we want to do. But the God of the Bible, he told you, listen, do what I say. You understand? Matter of fact, even if you want to say you love God, what does God say? Who got it?
I know off the top of my head what the scripture.
Yes,
Gotta
sir.
get it. Yep. Gotta get it. Mm-hmm.
See, listen, the race is on. The race is on. What does God say? If you love me, what?
There he is.
Boom!
The gunner.
Look at this guy.
John chapter 21, verse 15.
Okay.
So when they had dined, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon,
Not that one.
Not that one. That's good though.
Yeah.
You're right on track.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
another one.
That's for more advanced people. All right. That's for more advanced. That's our job, right? What's that?
John chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
There you go. That's what happens. That's what Christ said. If you love me, do what I say. Wouldn't you want that from your kids, right? If you tell them, hey, listen, when you come to my house, don't track mud all over the carpet. If they love you, what are they gonna do? They're not gonna track mud all over the carpet, right? But if they don't love you, they're gonna do what they want to, right? Oh yeah, it's okay. It's just mud. You know, you can clean it. They're gonna do what they feel like. That's not love. So Christ is telling us, if you love me, keep my commandments. Do what I say. And obviously, this is Jesus Christ, but the New Testament wasn't written yet. So what is he talking about? What commandments? Who can tell me? Come on.
He's talking about the law.
Yeah, he's talking about the law, the Old Testament, the stuff that was given to Moses on the mountain. Keep that. Do it. Do what God said. Do what my Father said. What's the other scripture I need?
I got 1 John 2 and 5.
Thank you. There it is. Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him.
Read it again. It's a good one. It's not what I wanted, but it's a good one. Perfect.
the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected.
See that? The love of God is perfected when you keep his word. When you do what he says. Y'all see that? If you want to, that's a beautiful scripture. I wasn't even thinking of that one. But he said the love of God is perfected. If you want to say you love God in a perfect way, you keep his word. You read the book and you do what it says. All right? So what that means is for a lot of us, for all these people on this side, we don't get to just eat whatever we want. There's certain foods that God said don't eat. And there are certain things he said you could eat. You don't get to just be however you want. You don't get to just murder people because they make you upset. Right? Would we not? Especially in your situation right now? But we don't get to do that, right? So we don't get to murder people. That's not on the list. He said, don't do that. Exodus chapter 20, he said, thou shalt not kill. Right? So there's things that we feel like doing in here. But God said, don't do it in his book. So if you love God, what do? You do what he said. And especially if you're these people right here. That's your responsibility and your duty on this earth, is to do what God said. All right?
Matt, tell you something about me. I love everybody, like God tells me.
Yeah.
I do what God tells me. I don't say bad words. I don't. And I have told this to several people, that my mind is always for the good, and they down lying. That's all.
No, that's beautiful. And that's the thing is,
Yeah.
you know, God takes that, he gives you directions even how to use your love. You know, the thing is a lot of us, a lot of these people right here, we got that natural love, right? That God put in us. He put the Holy Spirit in us to love one another, right? But on the same token, he also told you in Ecclesiastes, he said in the book of Ecclesiastes, which is a book of wisdom, he said, when you do good, know to who you do it. So you can love everybody, you know, on GP, on, you know, just seeing them. But make sure you know who you're giving your love to. Because some people you'll let in your house and they'll be dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one right now.
Huh?
I have one right now.
Exactly. So you'll let them in, and you'll think the best of them. And if you don't question, if you don't ask them anything, if you don't you know, grill them a little bit and find out who they really are, they'll run you over. And that's not what God wants for his people. You understand? Who got it?
I got a
Good.
scripture on the loved one.
Huh?
I got a scripture on the loved one of God.
Oh, okay, we're past that. That's good though. Who got the one I was talking about?
Y'all listening?
You wanted to prove a friend?
That's a good one.
John 14:15.
No.
We already went there.
We're past that. Are y'all awake? Y'all gears grinding?
Nope.
Oil your gears up with the Holy Spirit and catch up. All right, we're not on that part no more. We're on who you show your love to. What's that?
I have a scripture.
What you got?
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 4.
Let's go.
Give to the godly man.
Give to the godly man. Okay.
That's what you want? No, it's where he's at. It's where he's at.
Before that. It's probably before that. When you will do good, know to whom thou doest it.
Oh yeah. Yep. Verse 1.
Start at verse 1.
Mike, you read. He's an upper out. Ecclesiastes
12 verse 1.
12 and 1.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 1.
See, because in
Let
religion,
me just say one thing real quick. Y'all got to pay attention as soldiers. Y'all are supposed to be picking up on what he's saying, and the scripture's supposed to be in your head. I'm already there, right? And I'm not in his brain, but I am. So y'all got to pay attention and be like what we always talk about in drilling. Be with the reader, or excuse me, be with the teacher as a reader. All right. This ain't, we're not going over nothing deep or nothing crazy that y'all ain't never heard. So just pay attention. All right. Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna take y'all into esoteric thought on my own territory. All right, Basics. So this is where we're at. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. See, and the reason I'm bringing this out is because in religion, they'll hear you say you love everybody, and they'll take full advantage of that. They'll pass that collection plate right to you. Make sure you put all the money in there, right? Then they'll come over your house and use you up and use all your goods and use everything you got. And then when you're in trouble, where will they be?
Nowhere.
Right. See that? So the scriptures are telling you what to do with your love. Because love is a tool and it's a weapon too. Just like hate is a tool and a weapon, love is a tool and a weapon. So you got to know how to use it, right? If I give you a hammer and you're just trying to, and you just need a toilet paper, I didn't help you out, did I?
No.
Wrong tool. You're gonna hurt yourself. So when you read it again?
When thou will do good.
When you want to do good, when you want to be a loving person, when you want to help people, when you want to just give of yourself, right? Go ahead.
Know to whom thou doest it.
You got to know who you're doing it for. Know them first. See that?
Why is that important? Anybody? Why is it important to know who to? Because everybody wants to love everybody. We all want to be, I love everybody, right? It's not a bad concept.
It's easier.
It is easier.
It's easier just to accept everybody.
To accept everybody, but why do you have to know who to do good and who to love? Why is that important? Anybody? What's up?
You could be fueling something negative and don't know it.
Right? You could be feeling something negative and don't know it. What else? It's a good answer. What else? Think about the world we live in today.
They might just take advantage of you.
Right. Right? And what does it say in 2 Timothy's the 3rd chapter about the latter days? Right? That in the last days, know that men shall be lovers of themselves, tradie, high-minded, things like that. So the Most High is already setting us up to not be taken advantage of by the world. Right? And this is what we got to remember. If we're supposed to be set apart, holy, chosen, right? If we're those people, why would you want to invest in the people that are not? So that's why you can't love everybody, because everybody's not going to be in the same mind that you're in. You're not supposed to love a murderer. You're not supposed to love the drug dealer. You're not supposed to love the child abuser. You're not supposed to love the rapist. You're not supposed to love the robber. You're not supposed to love that. So you can't have that mind state we can't have that mind state to love everyone, because then you'll end up, those same ones that you're trying to love, can they reciprocate that back? No. A murderer ain't trying to reciprocate love. He's trying to kill you. Right? A drug dealer don't want to reciprocate love. He wants to take advantage of and sell you drugs. So this is why the Bible sets these parameters and gives us the way to do things, because we don't know. You see that? We don't know how. Bottom line, we could act like we do because of age or because of what we've been taught or because of experience, but we just don't know how. That's why we keep making the same mistakes over and over. All right? Go ahead.
So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits.
Right. And are we looking for thanks from the person?
Lie.
Not necessarily, right?
Yeah, not necessarily.
You're wanting your thanks from the Most High, because the Most High wants you to do good for other people and things like that. He wants you to show love to people, but He also told you instructions on how to do it. You understand? Now, in your situation, would you have not have benefited from knowing who to do that for? Right. And that's all of us. We all got hurt by the world. All these people on this side, if you look at them today, right, all the people on your right-hand side, the so-called Mexicans, the so-called Negroes, the so-called Native Americans, they all got hurt by love, right? The Native Americans don't have a country no more. Because what? They love everybody.
They love the wrong people.
Now we got, what is this thing? I got pox now. Half my tribe is dead.
Yep.
Right? What are those? Oh, they're killing all my friends and family. They're wiping us out. Why? Because we love the wrong person. We didn't prove them first. We didn't ask them questions. Where are you from? What are you doing here?
What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want? Like,
yeah, what do you want from us?
yeah.
You're right.
Right? Like,
Well, now we know, right? After all the time, but imagine if we would have applied what the Bible is telling us to do, and to look well to your goings, and look into things and search things out before you just give yourself to a situation or to a person. The one thing about everybody on this sign, we're loving people by nature. That's how the Most High made us, right? He made us to accept others and to accept things, and it's basically to our downfall, where we accepted everybody. Oh, there's a bunch of white men on ships. Let's go see what they're doing, right? They didn't even have to come get us. We wanted to go see what they were doing. Oh, they broke down in the ocean. I mean, when you read about Christopher Columbus, and when you read about when he went to the island of Hispaniola, that's literally what happened. Their ships broke down in the bay. And the natives, being so caring, he said it, they were caring, they were loving. They went out to investigate, to help. How can we help these foreigners? And they took advantage. They took advantage of the people, killed them, raped them, robbed them, cut their hands off, enslaved them. So, but if they would have followed just the basic knowledge on how to deal, we wouldn't have fell into those traps.
And we're in the condition we are today. We're these people now instead of these people because of the fact that we left the Bible alone. We left the wisdom of the Bible alone, and we didn't ask these questions. We didn't find out who we were trying to love. We didn't find out who we were trying to show how to grow corn and bathe and all these things. We didn't learn that these are savages. These were animals, and we should have just left them alone and left them to die somewhere, fend for themselves. And we should have just stuck to helping our people. But we wanted to help everybody, and it backfired on us. Yep. So when you will do good, know to who you do it. Love people, but know them first. You see that? It doesn't do me any good to love a child molester or rapist.
For me, it's too late.
It's never too late.
Right.
Lesson learned. Don't repeat. Yeah. Your situation.
I should have known. I should have gone to school. Let's put it that way. I never did.
I got a question for you, because I don't know, and I'm curious. What do you subscribe to religiously? Christian, Catholicism? Are you just a spiritual person? Like, what do you believe in?
I believe in God.
Okay. Well, how are you?
We were brought up in the Catholic Church.
Okay. Do you?
We never knew anything about this. They wouldn't let us read it.
They wouldn't let you read, right? And the reason why I ask, because I've been doing a lot of research on the Native Americans being converted. I'm trying to put this class together, but it's a lot. It's funny. I've been looking into this since last summer, and then some other things popped up, but they show how the Native Americans were forcefully converted into Catholicism here in America. And when you go to a lot of these churches and a lot of these Catholic schools, or what do they call the schools? They were like boarding schools.
Yeah.
They sent the natives to. They got a lot of dead bodies that they're buried uncovered.
Residential schools.
Huh?
Residential schools.
Yeah, but maybe because they live there. Is that why?
They call them.
Oh, resident. Okay.
The reservation schools. Nah, it was a different word though.
Yeah, it was a different word that they use for the natives, but it was literally a school. They sent them to convert them from native life into straight American Catholicism, and they did it by force. Like, you had guys, people that they caught up with in their 40s and 50s, still they're traumatized because of the things they did to them, like making them eat their own vomit, like locking them in closets for days. A lot of children's bones are being uncovered on the grounds of these schools.
If they wouldn't give up their original names,
right?
They say their original name, and they want them to be called Billy now, and they just beat them or lock them in a room until they confess that their name is Billy now.
Just like Roots. What's your name, boy? Kunta. Nope. Toby. Right? It's the same thing. So, I was just wondering what you were brought up in, because I know a lot of people, a lot of elder natives, that was their upbringing. They were forced to be Catholics, where that's not what we were. That's not where you were originally. and you were forced, and a lot of people died under that Catholic banner. So I was just wondering, that way I could have an understanding of you a little bit
No.
and what you dealt with.
Uh,
Did you go to one of those schools?
no.
No, okay.
I
Good.
I only went to school 4 years.
Okay. You made it. You made it a long time, right?
From 7 to 11.
Nice.
I made 10th grade.
That's good.
That's
You ain't
good.
you ain't been indoctrinated too much.
Yeah, you didn't go too far deep into the rabbit hole. Right? And look, you made it this far without college, right? Without all the education that they push on our people. You made it. How, if you don't mind me asking, what's your age?
90.
90. She made it 90 years old. And she didn't have to go through America's regime
No.
and go through all the lies and feel like do you feel less of a person because you don't have a degree?
No, I know more.
Thank you. That's what we try to tell everybody. You'll learn more. You'll learn more in the world than being in their colleges.
This is just so you can communicate.
Communicate but live well.
And it, you know, I don't have the education that says here.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
And that,
But I learned the hard way. I never let anybody push me around. I still don't. And yet I'm being trampled right now into the ground. But they're not gonna get away with it.
No, you're in a good place.
Yes.
The Most High got you. He just wants to show you a few things
God,
that you can add to your repertoire.
God told me, you are my child and you will be taken care of.
Yeah.
Words.
And he's been showing you all these years though, right? Yeah. He's been showing you all these years. Now he's giving you, through the scriptures, he's giving you that re-fortification. You see that? He's giving you the words to now put to those thoughts.
yeah, Proverbs chapter 1 verse 1.
Yeah, so let me say this for y'all that are here sitting, y'all don't be bored. Don't do the whole I'm bored thing. We already been through this. Every class that we go through, make sure y'all are taking notes. Make sure y'all are listening because you never know when it's going to apply to you.
Yeah,
Right.
when new people come through, that's the time where y'all supposed to spark back up. You know what I mean? All the monotony's over. You get to now feed his sheep. You get to do the real work of the Most High. I don't know. I've been having to have this conversation a few times lately, but I don't know what y'all think the work of the Most High is. I don't know if you thought it was EO, trucks, you know what I mean, sewing. That's not the work of the Most High. Jesus didn't say, if you love me, sew a garment. If you love me, sell a oil. If you love me, run a truck, deliver TVs. That's work, but it's not the work. You understand? What did Christ say? We just read it, right? If you love me, what? Say it. Just say it. I don't need hands. Feed my sheep. Y'all were saying it lowly, but now bring it out. If you love me, feed my sheep. So the sheep come in and you ain't ready, you ain't got no food. Wake up. You understand? Be ready. In season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, right? With all long suffering. Y'all remember those scriptures?
No. It says to be bored.
Nah, it said be instant, in season, out of season. When it's time and when it's not time. You think we get to do that? He gets a call. He gets a call at 3 in the morning. I want to kill myself. You think he gets to be? Call me back later.
Definitely got one of those the other day.
Nah, we get calls. I mean, she's here because of that. Because I looked at my phone and I'm like, I don't want to help this lady, but I want to help that lady. You know what I mean? I didn't want to help Angel. She don't like to listen, man. But I was like, yeah. But I was like, you know what? What am I reading right here? Okay, help her. You know what I mean? But you have to be ready at all times. You understand? The work don't stop. The work, the actual work, don't stop. You understand? It never stops. So when you're done selling oils, when you're done running trucks, the work is what remains. You understand? When you're on the trucks, when you're selling oils, the work is what remains. The work is what you're supposed to be doing while you're selling oils. Right? Feeding his sheep. You talking to an Israelite, you rubbing oil on him, hey, you know where you're from. That's a lead into a conversation to win their spirit. Y'all remember we're here to win spirits, right? That's what we're here to do, to bear fruit. Okay? Where's your fruit? Where is your fruit? Ask yourselves. You understand? Because y'all are all somebody's fruit. Y'all are all some brother's fruit that put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of manpower, a lot of hours. Y'all are all somebody's fruit. Where's your fruit? That's the goal. If you think you're doing it because you're sewing garments like a beast, right? You made the shiniest, most dazzling garment, and you think that's what's covering your multitude of sins, it's not. You understand? When you convert a sinner from his way, that's how you cover a multitude of sins. Where's your fruit? What are you here doing? Are you just stuck in the monotony of looking busy? And lifting refrigerators and lifting couches and here we go again, another day in the office. Right? Or are you trying to win spirits? When you see an Israelite, hey man, where you from? That's a perfect lead-in conversation. Where you from? No, you're not. All black. No, you're not. What does that mean? Oh, let me tell you a little bit. You understand? Why? Some say with fear, fearing the garment spotted by blood. When Christ comes back, he's not playing. When these governments topple, when these stock markets topple, and when the people are running around in the streets frantic, and when that black man in the sky comes down 250 feet tall, he's not going to be asking you, did you sell a lot of oils? Did you move a lot of refrigerators, brother? Did you sew a lot of garments, sister? Oh, good job. Here's your sewed a lot of garments patch. It's not the Boy Scouts.
It's going to be where you're able to go through what we're talking about now and show somebody who they are. He that is wise winneth souls. This is what it's about.
It's our job.
Yep. So don't be bored.
Priority.
Don't be bored. Pay attention. Take notes.
All the other stuff is supplemental. All right? Selling oils is a lead-in to winning the souls. Making a garment is a lead-in. Man, I just ran into a sister. I went to the gas station. I wasn't even going to go, but I wanted some nachos. And, of course, they didn't have any because 7-Elevens are run by Israelites now. So, sister sees me. All I had is my shirt and sweatpants on, but I have my friend's shirt on. Shalom, brother. What? That's what they see. We struck up a conversation. Hey, you need to get a hold of my husband. He's into farming. He does this. We got our own farm. We do this. We do this. I'm like, damn, I'm into that. I'm actually looking into that right now. So boom. She gave me her husband's information. I gotta call him up, right? Drive around the corner. I look at my instant messenger. There's Angel telling me about the situation she's in. Okay, I gotta go run to that. Fresh off of dialysis, ready to pass out. Run to help that out, right? Help that situation out. And then this is the work. This is the actual work. It's like, it didn't stop because I'm hurting. It didn't stop because I'm dying. You know what I mean? It's go do what you're supposed to do. You understand that? We're not here just to sell oils and punch clocks and be dying or be hurt or be crying and be self-pitied and all that stuff. We're here to feed the sheep.
I got one better. My AC is out, and I'm still here.
That would have took me out right there. I'd have been like, F this!
Yeah. That puts demons in the house. No AC's got spirits in the house. Right? And look, ain't nobody complaining. We just here doing it. You gotta be, everybody's dealing with something. You gotta remember that, but...
Or who's in that situation saying, why me? Why is this gotta be me? Why is this gotta be happening to me?
See, I like when things like this happen, so it shows my family to buckle the hell down. Don't get too comfortable. because you could be without AC, you could be without water, you could be without heat. When all the heat went out last year, what happened? What did we have to do? We have to defend on each other, right? You can't complain about it. You got to improvise in the moment or just deal with it.
And what it solidifies in me is this right here. That's proof. Satan wants us gone.
Yep. Here's everything.
He's historically wanted us gone. We just read it. These Catholics wanted to take us out. They've been wanting to kill us. Who do they want to kill? The lost tribes of Israel. So who am I? Who am I when the AC goes out? Who am I when they want to kick me out of my house? Who am I when the cops want to show up and shoot me on sight? Who am I?
No, and then the coldest part about it is this. See, my landlord is a Chinese dude that lives in China. He refuses to pay for the AC that's under a warranty. You know what the first thing that hit my brain? Deuteronomy. The one of all things. Hunger, nakedness, thirst, everything. For the want of AC, you got to be at the beck and call of your enemy. That's the first thing that hit my brain. Like, if we ain't Israel, I don't know who the hell is. Because he gets to take my rent money and live in China, where I'm pretty sure he's living real good with AC. He's living real good with a fancy car, right? He ain't here in Houston suffering this hot ass heat. And he ain't in China living like a bum either. I know that.
He's in his own country.
Yeah, he's in his own country.
He's a Chinese man that absolutely gets to be in China.
Yep. He don't get to be over here in America dealing with this crap.
And he's an Israelite that has to live here.
And rent from a Chinese man that don't give a damn about me or my family. He don't care how many babies I got. He don't care how many. Listen, I can't even talk to him. That's the coldest part. I got to talk to a Chinese chick he put in charge.
Wow.
I can't make no decisions without him.
A property manager?
Yes, basically. I asked her, I said, where's he at? She said, in China. I was like, damn. I was like, he don't care, right? She said, no. That's her words. Nope, he don't care. I was like, oh, okay. I can pay my rent on time. 3 years, never been late. Never even broke anything in the damn house. But guess what? When I need something it's not even like an amenity anymore because it's so hot. This is one of the hottest weeks in Houston, right? 100, 103. This is one of the hottest weeks we've been dealing with, and it's probably going to get hotter. And he don't even got the compassion to say, let me get somebody out there to fix something that's under warranty. Think about it. Why? Because the nations are confederate. To do what? It ain't just a white man. Get that out your head. It ain't just white people that want you dead. It's everybody. It's us against the world. When y'all start going through these situations, it solidifies more the scriptures, what the scriptures say. And it's supposed to, man, if you understand my anger, holding it in with my anger, because you see that they really don't care. They don't care how many babies you got, what baby, they don't care about old people. Come on, my house is 90 degrees right now. What person at a certain age could live in there? They die of heat stroke. People die in this heat. He don't care because their whole purpose is not to care about us. The scriptures is showing us that the situations are supposed to help fortify it. So I don't trip when it happens because I get it. I'm hoping my family get it. I hope y'all get it.
It's solidifying again everything that God told these people. Yep. He told them that these things would happen to us.
We disobeyed. Yep.
Go to Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. And somebody else hold Deuteronomy 28.
And let me say this. I'm not trying to make none of this about what I'm dealing with or what we go through. But
it's a common thing.
There's a reason why it happens to us. Because rest assured, if my AC is out, somebody else's AC is about to go out. What you gonna do? Rest assured, if something so basic, but it's something that's needed is not there, then it's gonna happen to the next person, and the next person, and the next person. I'm telling y'all this so y'all can be prepared and not be dismayed when you call your landlord and he's like, nigga, please.
Right.
In Chinese. Right? Nigga, please in Chinese, because that's basically what he said to me. You know what I mean? So don't be dismayed. Don't lose your mind. Don't go crazy. Don't let the spirits that are supposed to antagonize and irritate you behind these situations creep in. Because that's what the whole thing is set up to do.
Yeah, that's why it's important for us to know who we are, because we've been living in a lot of confusion, not knowing.
Yep.
You know, that's why the first thing is, you know, even my rib recently, and I'm like, what do you mean, why you? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean, why you? Why is this happening to us?
Why not you?
It's especially gonna happen to us.
You should be asking, why not me?
Yeah, you know who you are. We're these people. This whole world is against us. You understand? This whole world is against us, and if you come with that, I love everybody, I'm gonna accept everybody mentality, then those same enemies will stab you right in the back because you don't know who they are. You don't know who you are, and you don't know who they are, and you don't understand why these things are happening to you. The reason they're happening to you is because you're a chosen people to the Lord your God. And God doesn't just accept everybody. Did y'all know that? He's the one that lives by prove a friend. When he says, I like you, he doesn't just like you because of who you are. He likes you for who you're going to be. So he puts you through things. I'm going to have somebody take your house. Let's see how you deal with it. Oh, she's still smiling. She's getting closer to me. She wants to know more about me. So that's acceptable. But the one that, oh yeah, I'm going to give you a little cold. Why is this happening? God hates me. I'm going to kill myself. Okay, that's not acceptable. You're showing a lot of weakness right now. Let me bring somebody over to strengthen you up and teach you how you're supposed to be. Y'all see that?
Yep.
See, his people, he has to put them through a process to prove what type of person they are. Y'all see that? He doesn't do that with everybody. The other nations, that's why they're living it up. Because when you're on the highway to hell, you get to drive as fast as you want to. It's an Autobahn. You get to go there 215 miles an hour.
I'm in the background singing.
Right? Because God don't care what you're doing. But when you're on this track, when you're on that straight and narrow path, trying to get into the kingdom of heaven, the Most High don't just let everybody in. He wants chosen people in there. He wants a select group of people. So it starts by being these people. Then, when you get more advanced, it starts with feeding his sheep. Then when you get more advanced, it's, hey, what are you willing to go through to feed the sheep? What are you willing to endure to make sure your people get fed? What are you willing to go through, bro? If you ain't lived it, you will. I'm warning you, if you come in here playing games and you think it's all just going to be fun and games and blessings and all of a sudden you get a brand new Hummer and a big mansion as soon as you learn the Bible, no. He wants to test you. He wants to prove you and say, what kind of friend are you going to be to me? When he proved Abraham as a friend, he didn't just be like, you're old. I like old black guys. Come here, man. You're my buddy. No, he was like, listen, I'll go to a land I'm going to tell you to go to. Just start walking. Okay. Leave your family. Leave your generational wealth. Leave your kingdom. Abraham was a king. You understand? He didn't just accept him the way he was. Y'all get that? He said, do what I tell you. And Abraham did what he told him. And so he accepted that. Hey, I'm in class, sis. I'm going to have to call you right back. All right. He didn't just accept Abraham for who he was. He proved it. Hey, pick up your wife and leave. Leave your father. Leave your ancient kingdom. He was the king of Damascus. That's a historical record, right? In the records of Damascus, they're going to name Abraham as a king of Damascus.
I had a question for you.
What's that?
What you're saying is making me think of Hebrews 12 and 5, like all of the things like that we were speaking about.
Right.
Like we know for a fact, okay, when we put in these situations, how it tells us he's telling us not to.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5.
Go ahead.
And 6.
And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not thou that chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Right. So what he's saying is, you've forgotten this. A lot of us, we forget. We think we're in church, man. We get this Bible, we get this knowledge, and we think, oh, okay, then I'm just supposed to go work EO, or I'm just supposed to go do cameras, or I'm just supposed to go sew garments and go to feasts, and that's it, right?
Nope.
And I'm supposed to shalom when I'm supposed to shalom, and Yahweh Shema Lathan Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai when I'm supposed to Yahweh Shema Lathan Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. No. It's not doing what you're told when you're told, and that's it, and you're a robot. No. The work is what you've forgotten. You understand? Hey, there's a whole class I got on this. I sent it to him a while ago. But I'm itching to go over this. But look at Christ. Look at Christ. Really look at Christ. Did he just come down and he wanted to do good for everybody and it just went that smooth? You know what? I feel like giving out loaves and fishes today.
Hell no.
When he wanted to give out loaves and fishes, what happened?
Guys was hating.
Before that.
The excuses?
Before that. When he wanted to give out loaves and fishes and feed the crowd, what happened? Nope. You're going spiritual. What physically happened?
Before that, he was...
I gotta make y'all think, man. I gotta make y'all think.
All right, well, I think
Give it
so.
to me, Angela.
I was thinking before he was getting ready to feed the followers and fish, he's getting ready to teach them. He's getting ready to preach, right?
He was doing that, right? He was doing that already. He saw they were faint and he said they need to eat. Right? So what happened right after that? Right after he said, hey, we need to feed them. What happened?
Was the disciples were saying, how are we gonna feed them?
Right. There wasn't no loaves and fishes. There wasn't no
Right, there
food.
was no food.
He wanted to do good for all these people. His heart was like, I want to help all these people. But he didn't have nothing.
And then even when there was something brought, the doubt came in, like, how are we going to do it with this?
Right.
little bit?
Then all that stuff happened,
Yeah,
right?
You're right. Yeah.
Then he had to fight the spirits of doubt and confusion and all this stuff. Well, what are we going to get? How are we going to feed all these people? What are we going to do? Now I got to be a leader too. Now I got to wipe your butt. Now I got to do this, right?
So I got to be a leader.
I got to do all this
A leader, a
for
chef.
y'all niggas that's hungry.
Yeah.
Y'all the ones hungry, but I got to do all the work. Right? I got to be the faithful one. I got to come up with the loaves and the fishes. I got to do the miracle. I got to do the fasting and praying. I got to beg the Father to make this work.
There's a running joke. A man is a chef, leader, chauffeur, AC technician,
Doctor,
dishwasher,
psychiatrist.
He's a. It's like we got to wear many hats, right? It's not just husband.
And that's what he's saying y'all forgotten. That's what he's saying y'all forgotten. Y'all not just Bible holders. You understand? There's work to be done. There's physical work to be done. There's spiritual work to be done. You're the bearers of the faith. Y'all the ones that people, when they're running around frantic, they're going to be looking at you like, why are you keeping a cool head? So it's your job to actually keep a cool head. That's the stuff we got to be drilling and practicing over. That's the stuff that needs to be ingrained in our spirit is when hard times come, when the bullets start flying, how am I going to act? You understand? Because when the bullets start flying, if you wetting yourself and you're curled up in a corner, are you useful to anybody? Right. So when the doubt and the confusion comes and people are trying to figure out, how am I going to eat? How am I going to live with my AC out? How am I going to live with no house? What are you going to do? The Bible says, no, you got to do. I don't know what to do. I wasn't trained in this.
They get trained up.
Yeah, you better learn.
That's why I love when these. That's why I love when these little things happen. Like
They're training
the
moments.
power the power going out, water pipes breaking. Not that I'm glorying in those things, but it's a moment to see what are we gonna do. What action are we gonna take? How well do we communicate?
It's a teachable moment.
They're teaching moments, yeah, and they're not so detrimental where you're gonna die without AC or die without power. You're just not. But how are we gonna move with each other in unity? How are we gonna look out for each other? Because that's what the truth is about. It's again not just I did a garment, I cooked a meal, but how are we looking out for each other? Are we communicating on the level?
Bro, when you learn that this is your life, that this is who you are, and you understand why it's happening, you don't do nothing but smile when it happens. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I learned that as a kid. That, look, I'm the only black man in this school. I'm the only black kid in this school. I'm gonna get in fights. So when it will come, I just smile. People get so mad when I was fighting them because I'm sitting there like, I knew you were going to do this. I already knew this was coming. It wasn't a freak out moment for me because I expected it. When you know you're a Hebrew Israelite, expect it. Expect the crap storm. Right? That's exactly what you signed up for. Don't want, woe is me, why is this happening? It's happening because you're an Israelite. Now deal with it, because that's your job. You understand? We've forgotten the exhortation that spoke to us as unto children. Listen, when you want to come serve the Most High, prepare your spirit for temptation, little buddy. Right? When you want to serve the Most High, when you say you love the Most High, be prepared that He's going to make sure you love Him. That they ain't just words. He ain't that kind of lover. He ain't stupid. Right? How many of us were the stupid lover? Oh, you love me, boo? Cool. Come on in. Let me throw a ring on it. But she don't want to cook for you. She don't want to clean for you. She want to screw the mailman, the milkman, the neighbors. You know what I mean? The pastor. Like, damn, I thought you loved me. Oh, I do, but I love him too. And I love him, and I love him. I love everybody. Oops. Pick the wrong one. Right? See, God said when you've forgotten who you are, you've forgotten what you signed up for. You're an Israelite. You understand? I'm going to test you. I'm going to try you. I don't just love everybody. I want to make sure when you say you love me, you're going to do what I say. When you say you love me, you're going to go through hell to love me. Because is it love when the first bad thing that happens, the person wants to leave? No. So they don't love you, right? Because I don't want to be in no moment where I'm like in a bar, right? And Derek said he's my road dog and he's gonna be down for me. He's gonna die for me. And I'm in a bar and a big old biker dude comes over and he's like, I hate niggers. And I'm like, well, I can't help that. Then he punches me in the face, right? And then his whole biker gang shows up. And I look and I'm like, Derek, come handle. Derek? Derek? Help. Right? Nah, that's not love. All that was lip service. God don't want lip service. He don't want talkers. He wants doers. Huh? That's why it's important to know who you are. Because now that you know who you are, you'll get to doing the work. You'll get to work in what you're supposed to do. If I join the police force, but I don't know I passed the test, and I don't know I'm a cop, am I going to do the work of a cop? No, I'm going to sit around eating donuts in the break room like, oh, when do I get to be a cop? Right? No, I gotta have the uniform. I gotta put the gun on. I gotta put the belt on. Then I know, hey, I'm a cop. So what do I gotta do? I gotta go do what cops do, right? Which is apparently nothing nowadays. Yeah, it's absolutely nothing. But it used to be when you were a cop that you fought crime, supposedly, right? So when I put on this uniform, when I put on my fringes, when I grow my beard out, when I put on that head covering, I'm an Israelite. Spirits are going to try to take me out of this world. You understand? There is nothing you're going to get to do good that ain't going to come with some repercussions. Because God is going to say, do you really love me? Because you know what? It should be a simple thing to just feed people. Right? Oh, people are hungry? Oh, I didn't know. Did anybody bring food? Oh, wait, none of y'all dummies brought food? Y'all just followed me all the way out into the wilderness. And then y'all knew y'all was going to be hungry? But y'all didn't bring no damn food? You didn't bring a Lunchable? Okay, so I'm dealing with retards, and I'm dealing with hungry people now. And and I'm trying to teach y'all something. Right? I'm trying to do good for you, but y'all ain't helping me, man. So, okay, get some loaves and fishes. Let me pray. Y'all, okay, hey, everybody eating? All right, everybody good? Cool. All right. Wait, where'd everybody go? Oh, y'all were just here for the fish and the bread? Damn. So, now that I'm trying to get into the nitty gritty of this and like tell y'all what we got to do now that we've eaten and we've been filled with the Holy Spirit, now it's time for us to do that for other people. Oh, y'all gone now. I guess I got to start from scratch and go get me another multitude of 5,000. Did that not happen? Right, he had to start all over again. After he fed all them 5,000 and gave his damn soul for them and bled and he had to talk to 5,000 people. Do you know how hard that is without a microphone? On a beach? Have you been to Galveston? Hear the waves crashing? We needed a microphone for that. They wasn't hearing us when the mic went out. Y'all see the video of it, right?
Right.
The old video, right?
Yeah.
When we were teaching in Galveston. Them waves crashing and everything. You know how loud and powerful and how much of your soul you got to give to talk over that to 5,000 people? And it's 5,000 niggas, man. These people. These ain't people that say, oh, somebody's talking. Let's all be quiet.
Babies in the background screaming.
Yeah, it's all that. You know what I mean?
Arguing with his woman.
Yeah. Scoot over. Oh, you too close to me. Get your hand out my pocket. You got to talk over all that?
Commentary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, here go this nigga again.
I'm still hungry. I ain't get enough fishes.
Yeah. Yeah, nigga, he feed you? You get anything to eat? You know what I mean? Where the money at? You know,
This is a lock around.
yeah, and then you talking, and they just 5,000 people, and you got to talk over all that. Now you done gave your soul, your spirit, your life, and then you had to feed them too. And then they all leave except for 12 people.
The ones that were here originally.
And then you got to think, did I actually do any work? Because there's only 12 people here. I started with a football stadium, and now I got a football team. All I want was a football team. This is the reward of my service? And these 12 niggas ain't got nothing? They asking me how to pay taxes and how to do the work.
Got another question.
What's that? We got to finish this one first. Right? Now, Christ is now telling us, hey, listen, I'm down to 12 people. Now I got to go do it again. He didn't just give up. Well, I got these 12. I guess that's the end. I guess this really ain't. Let me self-pity now. I did all that work and I gave my whole spirit, and this is all I got. It's not worth it. Let me just go back. Right? Let me just go back to heaven. These niggas ain't listening. No, he went and did it all over again. He took his little 12 and he got another 5,000 people following him. And then y'all niggas didn't bring no food either? Jesus Christ, I gotta feed 10,000 people? What we got? 5 loaves and 7 fishes? Y'all didn't learn from last time? Y'all still this retarded. Okay. Go get the 5 loaves and the 7 fishes. Let's feed these idiots. It was just constant drain. Constant drain. Constant drain. Did he give up? No. But a lot of us have forgotten the exhortation that spoke to us as unto children, that we got to be like Christ. We're going to give and give and give and give and give. And nobody is here to help you. Except the brothers next to you and the sisters next to you. The ones that are doing the work with you. Like Christ said, behold my mother and my brother. Oh, your mother and your brothers are at the door. No. My mother and my brother are the ones that are sitting right here with me. Them niggas is just blood. You understand? Because blood will stab you in the back quicker than spirit. Blood will stab you in the back quicker than anybody. Quicker than an enemy. Because they right there with you. Y'all see that? So you got to learn, oh, you know what? I can't trust everybody. Even the people on this side. Paul said especially not the people on this side, right? Especially niggas. They're going to be the first ones. They're the first ones in need. They're the first ones hurt. Read that again.
Book of
Yeah.
Jude.
Hebrews. Where the sister left off. Hebrews 12 and 5 and 6.
Book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you.
See, a lot of us have forgotten this exhortation. We've forgotten the hey, you can do it. Hey, you got to do it. Hey, this is your job. We've forgotten that exhortation. You understand? Go ahead.
As unto children,
Uh-huh.
my son, despise not thou the chastening.
We
of
forgot what?
the chastening.
No. You're skipping the words. You're skipping the main juicy part of this, that we forgot who we are. What are we? Read it again.
My son.
Read it again. Come on.
And ye have
No,
forgotten,
my son.
my son,
My son. You are sons and daughters of the Most High. That's not just a position. That's your job. To be sons, representatives of your father. You understand? You've forgotten that exhortation. You're sons, your daughters. Why are you going through this? Because you're a son. You're my son. I want to make sure you love me. I want to make sure you're real family. Read.
despise not thou the chastening of the Lord.
So first of all, you're my son. Second of all, don't despise what I'm putting you through. Because I wouldn't put you through this if I didn't like you. I wouldn't put you through this if I didn't care about you. Because people I don't care about, I just don't deal with. Right? If you don't care about somebody, you don't got to be their enemy. You just don't deal with them at all. The worst thing you can do to somebody is be indifferent. I just don't give a damn about you. Oh, you know what? Whenever I had a girlfriend that thought she was really under my skin or something. Oh, yeah, you're just jealous. No, I don't even think about you. No, I wasn't even thinking about you all day. The lip quiver, right? The dramatic lip quiver, right? Why? Because I don't care about you. You don't rate enough for me to think about you. Sound like an a-hole, right? But when you don't care about somebody, that's what you do. That's the worst thing you could do to them, is just not even think about them. And that's how the Most High said he thinks about these nations. He's like, y'all spittle. Y'all dropping a bucket. These people I love. I got my hedge around them. I put them through trials, tribulations, tests, everything to make sure that they're chosen. What's that, sis?
It's like when we discipline our kids, we make sure to explain to them, like, look, the Most High said, like, if we're not dealing with you, then we don't care as far as we with you, because we care about you.
Right.
We're good people.
But Billy down the street, his mom don't whoop him. I don't give a damn about Billy down the street. That's why I ain't whooping him. Billy could get run over by a truck and I won't shed no tears. You my son. Huh? Read on.
Nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
Right. When we're going through it, we can't faint. Can't give up. You understand? When we're getting drugged through the dirt for Christ's sake, remember that's why you're doing it. You're doing it so you could be like him. Go through what he went through. All that mental torment and anguish he went through wasn't on the cross. The cross was the end of the job. The cross was the, thank God, I'm off now. What you think he said that for? You think he was like, it is finished? You think he was saying like in a depressed way? He probably died smiling. Oh my God, I'm done with y'all niggas. Thank you. It's finished. These niggas are retarded. I'm done.
God.
It's finished.
God.
Right? Thank you.
Like even Paul said it.
Forgive them. They know not what they do. They are retarded.
Yep.
They don't even know what they doing right now.
He was not begging to stay here.
Hey, you think he went up there depressed? Oh man, on a cross for real? You think when they put that cross on him, he was like, damn. Nah, he didn't. He barely needed help bringing that cross up there. He was whipped and beaten, and he had to drag that, however many, probably at least 1,000-pound cross all the way up to Mount Golgotha, up a hill. And he made it. You know why? Because he was running to that. That's my day off, baby.
Take it out.
Yeah, I'm out now.
Coming home.
Y'all understand? The living part was the hard part. The dealing with Israel was the hard part. That's the struggle. I want to help you. Who are you, nigga? I said I want to help you. Yeah, but why? I gotta argue with you to help you? Huh? Yeah. Like, why? Why you want to do all that? Okay, all right. We worked out my angle, right? I just really altruistically want to help you. Okay, how you gonna help me though? I was gonna, invite you over, get you some food, teach you some things. But I don't like that. What? I don't like that food. I don't like what you got. I don't like. Do it this way. But nigga, you can't even help yourself. How you gonna tell me how to help you? This is how you gonna do it. Okay, let's work that out now. I'm not gonna argue with you. Let me calm down. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? Right? You gotta do all that just to help somebody. But how many of us give up on that? Like, you know what? Fine. You know what? You're in my emotions right now. I'm done with this. No. I ain't helping y'all niggas. Why? Because we forgot the exhortation that spoke to us as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of the Most High. That's the chastening. You were an a-hole in the world. Now you got to make up for it. That's why Paul was like running his race. He was running toward the finish line. Why? Because the Most High was consistently dragging him through payback. Oh, okay, they stoned you? Okay, get your ass up and get to the next job. What? But I thought I was out. No. Go on to the next job. Go to the next city. And they're going to beat you over there. And they're going to deliver you up, and they done took a vow to kill you. And they ain't going to eat until you die. So I got to go over there? Yeah! Because you stoned Stephen. Okay, get over there. All right, I'm over there. That nigga's trying to kill me. How do I get away? We're going to load you out of the city in a basket. Not in a chariot? No, basket. Get in the basket, nigga. Right? Okay, now you on a ship. Okay, cool. I'm on a ship. Nice. I get a cruise. Most High is having mercy on me. No, shipwreck. Now you're in the water just floating. Grab that thing like Leo DiCaprio. Float your ass over to the beach. Fine. Made it to the beach. Now I get to die? No. Go get some sticks. Snake bit me. I get to die now? No. You got work to do. His whole life was payback, man. And every time he thought he was out, he was back in. And you think that after the stuff you did in this world, not Paul's world where he thought he was doing right. No, you knew you was wicked. You knew when you was at the club doing them lines. You knew when you was on the stoop smoking that weed. You knew when you was running that train. You knew when you was getting a train ran on you. You knew it was wrong. And you think you ain't got nothing to make up for? You sitting here with the audacity to say, why me? You sitting here with your lips hanging out like, why is this happening to me? You know damn well why it's happening to you. Now get your work done. Do it. I ain't got to ask no more. But why I got to be the one? Why I got to be the one to help that brother or help that sister or do this or do that? Because you owe. Above the fact that Yahweh Christ gave his life for you, you owe. You said you loved me. Now love me. That's what kind of God you serve. You understand? You said you love me, now do it. Show me. Get the work done. Where you at?
Hebrews 12 and verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son who he receiveth.
See that? If he loves you, he puts you through it. And when you don't do it right, he whoops that ass. Excuse my French. He whoops your butt though. Why? Because he wants you to do it right. Because if he didn't love you, he'd just kill you. And how would you learn? How would you learn if he just smoked you every time? Right? If he smiteth thee every time you did something wrong, how would you learn? That's why we in this position. He was just killing people in the first place. Right? So there wasn't nobody to teach. Wasn't nobody to be like, oh, I learned my lesson. I'm going to do